Bando
Hey,
and five.
Infamous, show us that you're black again.
It's a show us that you're black again. Show us that you're black again.
Bro, I don't need it.
Stuff? Do they be looking
Bro, I'm not in a
stuff?
zoo, man.
Why would they do that?
Show us that you're black
Don't treat
again.
me like I'm some kind of zoo animal, man. I'm not gonna dance. I'm not gonna dance.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Governor, he doesn't care. How many more people are gonna freaking die? How many more people are gonna go homeless? And how many more people we live in? And these politicians are just walking off, thinking it's okay Tuesday, and they want to go visit the Trump. They want to blame the Trump administration. We have Democrats blaming ICE. I'm tired. My people are suffering. I'm scared for my little brother. My people are suffering, and these people just walk off. We have a governor who fucking doesn't care. How many more people?
Anyone who knows of fraud and is a state employee must report that fraud. It's Minnesota Statute 3.971, Subdivision 9. Not only that, but Walz is also guilty of misconduct of a public employee. When I look at the world as whole and I look at fraud, the Twin Cities is ground zero. The fraud is worse here than anywhere else ever in history. Anywhere.
We're going to go confront these people. We're going to go to these daycare centers.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy MLK Day. We are here to expose the fraud as much as possible. Let me know you're taking this situation in the comment section. Crazy work. Fraud in Minnesota, ladies and gentlemen, at an all-time high underneath the reign of Tim Walz. And it just so happened the man wants to resign from office. Looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's a duck.
We're going to see what's actually happening.
Okay, so we have to be careful because these people are very violent. They're exceptionally violent.
Now, with all of David's evidence, we headed out to the streets of Minneapolis to see how much fraud we could uncover in one afternoon. Where are we going now?
We're going to a place called Mako Child Care, which actually has another child care registered at the same address called Mini Child Care Center.
So we should see lots of children if there's this child care center, especially if there's two.
The two of them combined are licensed for 120.
And how much money have these child care centers received?
None of those vans have moved in 6 months. None of them. In 2020, one of them received $1.3 million. In 2021, they got $987,000. In 2022, they got $714,000. That's the last I have for that one. And then the other one, $1.604 million in fiscal year 2025. Fiscal year 2024, they got about $800,000, and in fiscal year 2023, they got
Yo, all I'm hearing is thousands after thousands, rags after rags. God damn. And all these thousands of dollars is coming from the taxpayer's wallet. That's some crazy work. The true victim here, ladies and gentlemen, is the United States citizen taxpayer. Look how many rags among rags they're scamming out the bando.
$904,059. This place right here. Yes.
We're outside of it.
Well, this is actually two daycares are registered here. One of them is Mako, which you see on this sign. The other one is Mini Child Care Center. And between the two of these child care centers, they're pulling in about $3 million a year. And there are no children. Every facility you go to, the windows will be blocked out so you can't see in. There's nobody here. You won't see a single child at any of these facilities.
There are indeed no windows. All the windows are blacked out right here. All right, let's go in.
Why is a child care daycare service looking like a trap house?
No.
And the child care center is locked. Should we ring the doorbell? Yeah. Try to get in, rang the doorbell. Nobody showed up. They're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. it says here on their sign, yet there's absolutely nobody here. And this building here, right here, has generated millions of dollars, and it seems like business isn't even open right now, and it's a weekday. And if this was a daycare center, it wouldn't just be in some industrialized building. There would be maybe like a playground or something outside, or...
There's no play area for the kids. So where are the kids? Where's anybody? How can there be nobody here? And it's like this every single day.
Imagine running a daycare service with no children, but yet receiving millions of dollars, millions among billions of dollars, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, the victim here is the taxpayer. Crazy work.
Never seen a single child here in 9 years, I've never seen a single child at this building. Right there.
Oh, then now it looks like we already got the Somalis coming
Yeah,
through.
they're coming. The word's out.
Hello, is this your daycare?
You tell us why there are no children? Have you ever seen children at this child care center?
Doesn't know if she's ever seen a child here. All right, let's go to the next location. And the fraud only gets more from here. Make sure you stay till the very end of this video to see exactly how much fraud we find by the time we are done. And before we go to the next location, I want to show you something super interesting about the flags of Minnesota. And here in Minnesota, if you take a look at the Minnesota state flag, they recently changed it, and it very much so resembles the flag of Somalia.
Oh no. Somalians trying to take over. They trying to take over the tribe in Minnesota.
Oh yeah, and really quick, I want to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, Opus Clip. What used to just an Opus daycare center, how much money has this one generated?
This one, in fiscal year 2025, $1,042,059. In fiscal year 2024, $1,059,078. And in fiscal year 2023, $727,336.
This next one is literally one block away, and this one's also generated nearly $3 million in the past 3 years. Let's see if there's any children. Let's see if any of the buildings are open. Here we go. All right, we've arrived to ABC Learning Center. All the windows are blacked out. Let's see if anybody is here. This door is locked.
This facility is licensed for 40 children. 0 children. I've come by this place 100 times. I've never seen a child here, ever. The only thing I've ever seen is someone standing outside smoking.
What's crazy about this is that last daycare center is that.
David, the gentleman to the right, talking about the only thing he's witnessed is somebody smoking. Crazy work. And once again, the victim here is the taxpayer, the United States citizen, working hard, doing what's right, doing what is supposed to be done. Meanwhile, Somalis are capitalizing. They are scamming off the hard works back of the American taxpayer. Absolutely no.
Green building right there. And the other daycare center right now is right here. These buildings should be operating as they're receiving literally millions of dollars. I knocked on the door.
Yo, absolutely. If you're going to be receiving millions of dollars, shouldn't you be opening to the public for business? But they have their windows blacked out like a trap house.
And to my surprise, somebody actually answered the door. Hello? Can we speak? I would like to check a child in the daycare. Why? Can I speak to a manager?
What you mean, why? You're running a daycare service. Somebody's outside talking about they would like to enroll their child, and your response is why?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I wanted to put my son Joey in daycare. And after a few questions, the lady went silent. Looks like little Joey Shirley ain't going to daycare here. And now where are we going?
Now we're going to Sweet Angel Child Care.
We're in the middle of a strip mall here inside of this.
More like Sweet Angel Scam Care.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which says it's licensed for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I tried to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door. I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cuz I need a spot to put my son Joey.
Yes.
Is this your daycare center?
No, I work there. What's happened?
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happened?
Where are the kids?
So this man's a part of the scam as well, talking about what happened? No, you still are. Stop the cap. Gentleman to the left talking about you used to work there. Now you still currently getting that direct deposit from the scam.
It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids? They got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they have a capacity for 74 children.
When?
Where are the kids? Right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's...
He can't read nothing on the paper. The only thing that he can read is, once again, the notification that the money wire transfer has went through, stealing the American taxpayer dollar.
What's going on?
Were there any kids when you worked there?
He's dead.
How many?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked there. Okay, well then you're not of any help.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
No, I don't know.
No? Yeah, I would like to see.
What you mean? Can I enroll my son into your daycare? And your response is no.
If I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I?
Who's your son, Joey? What?
What?
Check out daycare center?
No, you're my son. No. You're my child. I'm the owner.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
Because of my color.
She said, I'm scared of you because of your color. No, you're scared because your scam is being uncovered. You're being exposed. Talking about you scared of the white tea man. Stop the cap.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, no.
But
No.
you said you're scared of me because of my color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist. So right now,
This is my
they're all
tax
getting
money.
mad because he's showing the
I
paperwork
don't
of this
know that.
business being registered as a business. 74 children,
I've
no
lived my
children.
whole life
We
here.
saw one child when the lady opened up the door.
So
But now
where did
they're
this
all
money
getting mad.
go? What was this money spent on? 1.26 million.
The woman in the background. She's pretty much saying you are talking too much to the white tea man.
What was that money spent on?
Ask
There aren't any kids.
Ask the owner. I'm the kids.
Well, then why are you talking for the owner?
She's the kids. Hold on. David, the gentleman to the right, said, where are the kids? Her response is, she is the kids.
If you're
That's
telling me
not
to
my
talk
proof.
to the owner.
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
No.
Does anybody?
No.
Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to call someone? Do I need to issue an Amber Alert for missing children? Are these children missing? It's not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I be trying to laugh with the bros. I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Homegirl in the background going ham, ain't she? Yo, the scam has been exposed. They are freezing bank accounts, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what's crazy work as well? They want to backdoor and talk about the documentation, the paperwork to show that they are a legit company has gotten stolen. They got robbed. I'm going to go ahead and find that clip real fast. Give me just 1 second. Crazy work.
President Trump was not in Washington nor here in New York.
Yeah. Because of this, getting the federal funding and because of the increased oversight and the auditing, one of the daycare centers are saying, hey, you know, we don't have the paperwork anymore. Take a listen.
Unfortunately, we saw that there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book.
What?
This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community as one video made by a specific individual.
I think we're moving on to the next location. Have a good day. As we continue to show the blatant fraud that was taking place here in Minnesota, Somalis started following us around the city. And now we're being followed by the Somalis. This is another daycare center, absolutely no signage, and there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside. $5 million within the past
5.9 million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there.
And now we have a group of Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now. From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which actually spells quality.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you scamming so much you can't even get the spelling on the building correct? What are you talking about? Quality Learning Center with no N. There is no N in learning.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
They're scamming so fast. They're not even getting the spell check on their signs. Crazy work.
Quality Learning Center on the outside of their sign. That's how blatant this fraud is here at this daycare. So this is Quality Learning Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center. They said They spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
Ma'am, what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting $4 million over
Don't
the
open up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away!
Are you in favor of that?
Go away!
You know where
You're
the-
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you.
Are you in favor of $1.9 million going illegally,
Open up!
fraudulently to this business that has quality learning center but can't even spell learning right on the door?
Don't open up!
Ma'am, we are not ICE.
I don't care who you are. You don't belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't open up! It's ice!
You do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children right here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a child daycare center.
99 children. Paid $1.9 million this year in CCAP funding.
And that's how you attack the trolls, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Go straight to the stats, go straight to the documentation. What's crazy work is that these Somalis, all they got to do to kill the allegations that they're scammers to show the paperwork, show the documentation that you are actually a legit company. But you want to attack Nick Shirley, a YouTuber, talking about it's a hate crime against Muslims, trying to move the goalposts, the manipulation, the gaslighting, everything except for showing that you are legit. Crazy work.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away? Where are the children? This is state of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley on YouTube.
Yeah, so who are you with here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shirley.
This lady, she's calling us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States. Get rid of all the fraud. Have you ever seen children at that daycare center right there?
Where?
Yeah, it's right there. It says the child, you've never seen daycare.
He said, where? I never even seen a daycare service on the strip. What are you talking about, man?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Ladies and gentlemen, these Somalis are putting ghost establishments on paper, but in reality, you pull up these locations and it's not even present. This man, Nick Shirley, is pulling up to a mailbox, but it's supposed to be a safari transportation service. They're supposed to actually do service, but they're not doing what they're putting down on paper. Meanwhile, they're receiving millions among billions of dollars. Crazy work.
I haven't seen anybody in here.
We're going to educate you on something. So what do you think about this daycare center? They spelled learning wrong. They've received over $1.9 million this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
99 children.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None, not at all. None.
This year they got 1.9 million. Last year they got 1.5 million of your tax money for 99 children. We just want to know where are the kids?
Right.
Where are the children?
I don't see them. I've been here since 2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that
seen
here.
a child here.
No, not at all.
And so you've
Many
never
years.
seen a child here for 8 years?
Nope, not at all.
And how?
Never seen a child in the past 8 years, but yet these Somalis are scamming and they're taking all the bread. They're not just getting a little bit of a couple of racks. They're getting billions of dollars, ladies and gentlemen, the taxpayers' money. Crazy work.
How does that make you feel knowing that this place is receiving $1.9 million?
It's disgusting. I mean, what the hell? They stealing the money. That's a federal grant, too. That's, if they get caught for that's a federal offense. I know, I studied law.
And do you think Tim Walz should go to jail for all the fraud that he's enabled here in his state?
That's him doing this? Heck yeah. He's got to be held accountable for this. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason what's going on here. It's simple. It's nothing there. It's a parking lot.
And look, they even spelled learning wrong on their sign for a place that's supposed to be educating children.
That's crazy.
You're supposed to educate children and you can't even get the spelling on the building right? Here's my question, ladies and gentlemen. How were these Somalis able to scam for so long? 20 plus years scamming the American taxpayers' dollar. Oh, I know why it's been going on for so long, because the higher ups has been allowing it to go on. This is not a idea from just alone the Somalis, ladies and gentlemen. They can't even get the spelling on the building right, for goodness sake.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Somebody told them what to do.
I mean, who runs it? Who supposedly runs it?
Somalians.
Oh my god.
I be trying to laugh with the
Oh my
bros.
god. Well, where? Yeah, it's just. I've never seen nobody here at all.
So how long have you been living here?
Since 2017, 2018.
You've never seen a single child walk in that building?
No, not at all.
So this daycare center is literally just a place to traffic money. $1.9 million just this year alone. And this guy's been living here for 8 years and has never seen a single child walk through those doors. There's no windows either.
No.
And the only window they do have, the door, is blacked out.
Yep, I see that. I've never seen anybody go in there.
Within just a few hours, we nearly approached $20 million in fraud, and we headed over to George Floyd's neighborhood to expose more of the fraud taking place.
This place is called Future Leaders Early Learning Center, and it's licensed for 90 children. And in fiscal year 2025, they received $3.6 million in fiscal.
$2.25 million.
Are we the only community that does fraud?
How come they said this building was closed? Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is?
Advanced Mobility?
Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
They know we're shining the light on the fraud, and they have no defense.
Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
The Minnesota fraud scandal continues to get worse and worse as billions of dollars of fraud has been exposed, and as I showed the world the blatant fraud taking place at daycares and other locations across Minnesota, it became the most viewed video expose on the internet and created instant change within the government as the Fed sent thousands of federal agents to Minnesota, and the HHS froze over $185 million in all payments to.
Damn, they freezing their bank accounts, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all trying to leave the country. I don't know if you can afford that plane ticket if your account frozen. Damn, that's a lot of bread froze.
Childcare. And while politicians like Tim Walz call people like me white supremacists and far-right delusional
how is Tim Walz gonna call a YouTuber a white supremacist when he's scamming the taxpayer dollars? Tell me how that makes sense. And how you focus on a YouTuber to begin with. So let's see what he actually said. Hold on. On Twitter, my opponents have been celebrating this far-right YouTuber as a groundbreaking journalist. Here he reveals who really is a delusional conspiracy theorist. Wow, that's some crazy work. So he's focused on a tweet and not the scam that's going on.
Conspiracy theorist for exposing the fraud. Meanwhile, he actually dropped out of running for re-election. The Minnesota fraud scandal has erupted the nation as protests and riots took place, all starting because daycares like Quality Learning Center were exposed. However, the daycares is only a small portion of the fraud taking place in Minnesota. In this video, I will take you into what has continued to allow this fraud to happen and connect all of the dots for you, exposing all of the fraud from strange connections of the business owners and the politicians who have openly admitted to the fraud on live TV. And to dive deep into the fraud, I met back up with the local David, who has been investigating this widespread fraud scandal for years.
Because, you know, when I drive around the cities here, I see these Somalis driving, and mostly it's like a Plymouth Caravan or whatever, and there's never, ever been a passenger. And in 7 years, I've never.
These Somalis are running a transportation service with not a single client in the car.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Never seen a passenger in any of these vehicles. I've followed some of them. They're going to Costco, they're going to Sam's Club, they're going to Walmart. The driver gets out.
These Somalis are going to their personal errands when they're supposed to run a transportation service. Tell me how that makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. They're supposed to do a service, but they're using the car for personal use.
Goes in there, loads up a shopping cart, comes in, puts it in the van, and off they go back to where they live.
And now we're going to go out and see what's happening with these transportation companies.
And here's the other thing. Tim Walz and the Department of Human Service, you threw the people of Minnesota under the bus. Shame on you, and I'm coming for you.
You heard it here first, David. All right, let's go. So where's the first location we're going to?
The first location is a company called Safari Transportation, Cedar Avenue South.
More like Safari scam transportation. The only thing that's being transferred is the funds into their bank accounts out of the taxpayer's wallet. That's what's being transported. Crazy work.
In Minneapolis.
And so what makes Safari Transportation Company an interesting transportation company?
Well,
allegedly fraudulent.
Well, the thing about Safari is that they've been registered since 2015 with the state of Minnesota as operating.
God damn, they've been scamming since 2015?
Vehicles. And again, the national average for A non-emergency medical transportation company is 20 vehicles. So if they've got 20 vehicles and they're at 607 Cedar Avenue, I have no idea where there's parking them because there is no parking anywhere near this office.
How you gonna have a transportation service but there's no parking for the vehicles?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
If you're gonna run a scam, run it. It shit don't make so you trying to run a transportation service company, LLC, whatever scam. I mean, we all know you're scamming, but you're trying to run a transportation service. At least have the vehicle in the parking lot.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Arrive to the transportation company. We're outside, and right there we have a Loving Arms adult daycare. All the windows are completely boarded out right there, and there's supposed to be a transportation company registered right here. It's 617, but it's a liquor store. Right, so the location here is 607 and also 617. These are two transportation companies. We're on a main road right now, and this is 607, and it is not a transportation company. It's actually a money transfer, but it's registered here.
Of all establishments, they want to have a money transfer when it's supposed to be a public transportation, whatever scam Somali. They talking about money transfer. They're not worried about anything else. They're not worried about the spelling on the building being spelled correctly. They're just worried about the funds being transferred from the American taxpayer's wallet to their wallet. Crazy work.
607. This does not look like Safari Transportation. Where is the transportation company?
I don't see any signs denoting that there's any transportation. It's all just looks like money wiring. But if you look at the Secretary of State's office, state of Minnesota, Safari Transportation, 607 Cedar Avenue, and it's been registered here since 2015. That was the original filing.
So let's see if we have the manager. Let's see if we can find FOD. Hello. How are you? We're looking for the transportation company.
Safari Transportation?
Looking for Safari Transportation?
No, there's no Safari Transportation here.
No.
There's no Safari Transportation. There's only scam that's been taking place. That's what you want to say after that. He never even heard of no Safari Transportation. But his attendance is up because he knows who this man is that's asking these questions.
No Safari Transportation?
Safari Transportation, 607 Cedar Avenue.
We're just looking for Safari Transportation.
We don't know.
So, but this is registered for Safari Transportation, 607.
That's the address.
Okay, we don't know.
We're asking where.
We don't know. We only know how to scam. That's what we know. We scam the American people, taxpayers' dollar. That's what we know about. We don't know what you're talking about, the white man.
Safari Transportation.
We don't know.
Okay, so the business is not here.
Don't record.
Fuad Omar?
Fuad Omar?
We don't know. This, do you see this? What is this?
Money transferring.
That's it.
Okay,
Well, this
registered.
is from the state.
This is fraud taking place. This is supposed to say, this is for Safari Transportation.
Go find out.
Yeah, we did find out. This is fraud right here.
Registered here
This is
since
registered.
2015. 2015? Safari Transportation, state of Minnesota.
2015? I only came here since 2025. I'm not a part of 2015. I don't know the employees back in 2015.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Why homie in the bag respond when he heard 2015? I think he heard jail
I
time.
be trying to laugh with the bros.
Well, but it's registered now. This is current, just off the state of Minnesota website today. This is from today. I just printed this off today. Fuad.
He's pointing his finger like it's a weapon. Stop the cap.
Fuad Omar.
Go check it out.
We're here. This is 607. Where's Safari Transportation?
Okay, it's no Safari, period.
Okay, so it's a fraudulent business.
Did you see Safari anything here?
Exactly.
Did you see?
Exactly. It's not here. It's a fraud.
Imagine treating a customer like this. Do you see Safari? Anything here? Do you see? You only see scam. Scam is the only thing that's been taking place in this building. That's it. Only scam. That's the only thing. Stop the cab, man. Hit dogs holler.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go to the next address. All right, let's keep moving on. So 607, this is supposed to be Safari Transportation, no transportation company. And now we're going to 617, another transportation company. However, it is actually Cedar Riverside.
607 was the first location. Now they're going to 617. It's supposed to be some type of transportation service provided by the Somalis, but it is named Cedar Riverside Liquor Store.
Liquor. Where is the transportation company?
617.
617 right
Dreamline
here.
Transportation for the state of Minnesota is registered to 617 Cedar Avenue South.
And it's a liquor store. David, they aren't even trying to hide that these are transportation companies. Where are the vans at?
Should we ask?
Let's go ask.
Hey, we're looking for Dreamline Transportation.
What's that?
Now we're in 617, Dreamline Transportation.
No.
Where is the transportation company?
No, we don't have this.
You ever heard of Safari Transportation?
Safari? I know Safari, that money wiring, 607.
The money wiring?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the last thing he should have said, man. This guy he is ratting out his own people. Oh, the white team man is in my store. Oh, the money wiring is Donnie Block. That's what's going on. I don't want no problems, white team man. Please don't deport me.
Okay, that's money wiring.
Yeah.
We're looking for Safari Transportation.
607.
They said they never heard of it.
I never did. Safari company, the money wiring, they send money there. That's the 607.
So Safari gets the money and then they wire it out.
Yeah, the money.
That man just said that Safari is actually a money wiring company, so therefore they're receiving money and then wiring it somewhere underneath the name of a transportation
So
company.
we said to go here.
Suite A right here. And then you have 617A right here, but this is reliable services, immigration, travel, and tax. I do not see a transportation company anywhere.
Good morning. Hey, we're hoping to find Dreamline Transportation. You ever heard of it?
I've never heard of it. Ask this door.
He said to ask here.
Man said to ask next door, goes next door, and when the gentleman tells him to go back to this location, when he pulls up to this location, it's nothing but mailboxes.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
So these Somalis are running a scam so much that they're putting the scam underneath a mailbox, ladies and gentlemen.
You would know.
Ask next door. This is a mailbox. It's not a road.
So Dreamline Transportation could be nothing more than a mailbox. 834.
So it could be one of these mailboxes. Well,
okay, see you later.
607, Safari Transportation, doesn't exist. It's actually a money wiring business. 617, Dreamline, inside of there, it's actually a liquor store. And then 617A is a place where there's a bunch of mailboxes and it says reliable ITT services. How you doing, man?
I want to ask you,
Yes, sir.
why are you sensationalizing the propaganda?
What are we sensationalizing?
To attack our community. What's your final objective?
We're not attacking your community by any means.
So this is a classic example of moving the goalposts. He comes up to a YouTuber talking about, why are you attacking the Somali community? First of all, he's attacking a scam, the millions of billions of dollars that's going uncounted for. It just so happened that you're Somali. If it was any other race, then they will be also facing the heat. It just so happened y'all Somalis are in Minnesota scamming. It's not about religion. It's not about being Muslim. It's not about being black. It's not about being African. It's not about being purple, yellow, blue, orange, green. It's about the American taxpayer dollar being scammed, not knowing they're being scammed. Meanwhile, these Somalis are benefiting out of the hard work back of the American tax United States citizen. It is not right that a United States citizen has to wake up every single day to make a living while these Somalis are opening up these trap houses in Minnesota, sitting on their behinds off the backs of the American taxpayer. That's some crazy work, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I am documenting this video, because this has to stop some way, somehow. And if you have the time, please expose this fraud.
Are you making
We're
money
looking
from this?
We're looking for fraud.
No,
for instance, can you answer our question? Where's Safari Transportation Company 607? It's not there. And why don't you answer?
How much money are
why don't you answer the
how much
question?
money
Where's
are you
617
making?
Dreamline Security?
How much money are you making?
I make money off
of
of YouTube. That's how I make my money.
Exactly. So you're making money off of sensationalizing.
Why is the Somali focus on the YouTuber's pockets, talking about how much money are you making? How about you give that energy towards showing the documentation that you're not a scammer?
My job
and attacking
is
the Somali community.
I'm not attacking you guys. We're asking.
I'll tell you the
fraud is
reason why
fraud,
this is
sir.
happening. All right, let me
David,
tell you the reason why
fraud
you're
is fraud,
this.
correct?
Yes.
This has nothing to do with race. This is fraud. Is
This
fraud.
absolutely has to do with us being Muslim.
No, it does not.
All right, and us being from Africa. This is a constitutional argument.
What? It has nothing to do with you being Muslim. The God that you serve is Allah, correct? Allah did not tell you to scam. Allah did not tell you to misspell the word learning without the letter N in learning. Allah did not tell you to sit on your ass and benefit out of the hard-working taxpayer dollar while you are stealing. That's extremely disrespectful to put it on a religion. Once again, Muslims, they do not condone. This man does not stand up for Muslims. The Muslims are not scammers, and he's making Muslims look extremely bad. Now, I'm not Muslim, but to move the goalposts, talking about is an attack on Muslims. No, show the attention towards showing that you're not a scammer. Crazy work.
If you don't want us here, change the freedom of religion. Say, listen, we don't want Muslims in this country anymore.
We're not saying that.
No.
We're not saying that.
When I go
Sir,
onto
we're
your
talking
comments,
about fraud. You're talking.
When I go onto your comments,
My comments.
what I see is people that say we do not want Muslims here. Kick every single Muslim in Minnesota out of Minnesota.
That's a comment.
You are You're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps, just like the Japanese community. All right, you're sensationalizing.
No, we're not.
All right,
Sir,
something that
answer
can
the question. Where is the transportation vehicle company?
Jeopardize
answer the question.
The safety and the protection of the Somali community.
We're talking about fraud.
If anything happens to the Somali community,
we're talking about fraud.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not physically touching.
You're getting very close.
I'm not physically touching. No, I'm not physically touching you.
This is fraud. We're talking about fraud.
What you're doing.
You're defending fraud.
You're defending fraud. Your comments,
you're defending fraud.
People who hate Muslims want us out of here.
People can say what they want.
So this guy to the right is focused on Nick Shirley, the gentleman to the left, focus on his comments. He's in the YouTube comments and he's feeling some type of way because now they're attacking Somalis. Well, y'all deserve to be attacked because you're doing a scam in Minnesota. This gaslighting at its finest, crazy work.
I gave it all for fantasy. Is anybody gonna remember me?
Not censoring anybody.
Us using your material. Islamophobes use your material. People who hate Islam use your material. Say to us, we don't want you here. Change the Constitution. But guess what? Let me tell you something. Guess what?
Say it. We're asking about fraud.
We're
asking about fraud.
You hate Muslims.
I'm not saying I hate Muslims. We're talking about fraud. We're talking about fraud.
Why are you attacking us?
This
are we
is
the
fraud.
only community that suffers because of fraud?
We're talking about fraud.
Are we the only community that does fraud? Are we the only community that does this?
This is about fraud.
All right, but there's what, 300 Somali providers?
This is
fraud.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
800.
Keep talking.
So, transportation companies.
Your security doesn't even speak English. Listen, let me tell you something.
See, this isn't a race issue, sir.
This man throwing shots at security. He's just worried about the wrong thing. So he's worried about the security speaking English. He's worried about the YouTube comments getting attacked by Muslims trying to move the goalposts, gaslighting. When all these allegations can be put to rest if you show the documentation that you are legit. But you want to huff and puff and blow the roof down, talking about Muslims are getting attacked. Once again, your God that you serve, Allah, did not tell you to scam. Allah did not tell you to misspell learning. Quality Learning Center with no letter N in the word learning. Stop the cap.
It's about fraud.
We have what, 1,000 providers?
Yeah, you guys have a
even it's 2,000 providers.
Okay,
you want to sacrifice the safety of 80,000 people?
We're not
because of fucking 2,000 providers. Are you fucking mad? Are you stupid?
I'm not stupid. You're stupid. Where's the transportation company?
What about the last thing happens in Minnesota? It will be because of you. It will be because of you. If any Somali gets hurt in Minnesota, it's because of Nick Shirley.
This is about fraud.
One single Somali gets hurt.
This is about fraud,
it's because
sir.
of you. Sensationalizes. You son of a bitch. Sensationalizes.
Wow, you're very nice.
Out of our neighborhood.
Very nice.
Get the f out of our neighborhood.
Sir, can you tell me where the transportation company is?
Out of our neighborhood. We don't want you here. Get the f out of here.
Calm down, sir.
Get the out of here.
Sir, this is about fraud.
You wanted clicks?
You're sensationalizing yourself, sir.
You wanted clicks?
You're sensationalizing yourself.
You wanted clicks? You wanted the YouTube?
Tell me where the transportation vehicle is.
Clicks? You got YouTube clicks. Now get the f out of our community.
Tell me where the transportation
vehicle is. Get the f out of our community.
Tell me where the...
How are you telling a YT person to get the F out of his community? Like you're not a Somali. So let me get this straight. You're telling the YT man to get out of your community as if it's your own?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
This is about fraud. This is
Say I don't want Muslims
This is about
here.
fraud.
Say I don't want Muslims here. Say it. Say I want to change
It's some gaslighting. This is not making Somalis look any better. Look at this highly emotional individual talking about Muslims are getting attacked. This has nothing to do with being Muslim.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
This man is gaslighting, bruh. Crazy word.
The Constitution.
No, I don't want to change the
freedom of
Constitution.
religion, and I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out. I was born in this country. You have to take the passport away from me. Relax. That is what you are.
We're not talking.
Change the Constitution.
This is about fraud.
Appreciate
This is about fraud.
Fuck out of our community. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid fucking idiot.
Tell me where the transportation company is.
Get the F out of the community. What? So why? So you can continue to scam? Absolutely not. I bet you do want him out of the community because your scam is being exposed, and now you're going to have to either work for honest living or be deported.
Then, obviously for this video, we had to get security because look at this now. All right, we're going. We're going. But there is no transportation company in there. Fraud. There were no transportation companies.
No, none.
This isn't about race. This isn't against religion. This is about fraud. We're fighting fraud here. We're not fighting a race.
Well, and this is what happens when you put a spotlight on fraud. The people who are benefiting become extremely violent, and the Somalis are the most violent people I have ever met in my whole life.
Because he couldn't answer the question. Where was the transportation company?
He wouldn't answer the question. All he did was make it about race and then issue threats.
Neither business was there or operating, and giving a very conservative estimate based off of David's numbers and other numbers online, it's fair to say each business is operating with an average of 20 vehicles and with a much lower and generous rate of $25 per trip. And with 10 alleged trips a day, each business is pulling an estimate of $1.3 million in gross revenue. And with those two locations...
Wait, what? $1.3 million a day, and they're not even doing the job? $1.3 million a day they're scamming, ladies and gentlemen, trying to run a fake scam transportation service. In reality, it's not a single client in the car. What?
Alone, there's over $2.6 million in estimated fraud. All right, we're going to the next location.
What's interesting, Nick, is that one of the places we just visited, the 617 Cedar Avenue South, that's for Dreamline Transportation. That's the address listed with the state of Minnesota. But the place that we're going right now is going to have vans that say Dreamline Transportation on them, but they haven't moved in months and months. You'll see they're covered with snow. There will be no tire tracks. And so why are they using this address? And all that was in there was a liquor store. And he told us to talk to the guy next door.
Make 10, or do you need to embarrass me to get your views up, bro? Do you need to drag me, humiliate me, ask me all my business, and put my shit on for these little punk ass niggas that delete my messages, pit me in y'all? I ain't even a hateful person, bro. I just got.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man.
And then the guy next door said, go talk to him. I said, we just talked to him. Obviously, the cover up, and you see how they all stick together, and it's all this intimidation. And thank God we had the security we did there, because that would have been bad.
Now we're outside of this transportation vehicle company right here.
Yeah, and so you can see these are the vans that say Dreamline. You can see the sticker on the window and the numbers on the rear. None of these vehicles have moved in 8 months. I've been taking date stamp photos. All these vehicles are in the exact same spot they were 8 months ago. And look, there's no tire tracks, so they haven't moved.
And this van as well, this is Dreamline. Dreamline was the location where we got chased out from the Somalis on 617 Cedar. And this is a vehicle from Dreamline that actually didn't even exist. It was a liquor store. And now it's here, and the vans haven't moved at all. Literally, no vans and no tire tracks anywhere. If these vans are being used to transport people, whether it be healthcare, childcare, there would be snow tracks. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 vehicles here. No snow tracks anywhere. These vehicles are not being used, and these transportation companies are making lots of money. Meanwhile, there's actually nothing to show for it. here's all of the vehicles right here. And the vehicles that are coming in and out, like this Toyota, it does not have anything to do with transportation company because there's no stickers on it and there's snow tracks. But the vehicles that are supposed to be used for transportation are literally locked in. Snow is building, icicles. No one's even came out to remove the snow off the window. These transportation vehicles are not moving. And then right here, David has more paperwork for Silver Mountain. And there's 3 different companies in the same address.
Yeah.
So when we talk about how all these...
More like Silver Scam Mountain. So they just going through the list of what can I name something to get the scam. They don't care at this point. So all these LLC, transportation, safari, this and that is capped. They're not doing this in reality. They're just putting these ghost names on paper. But what actually is going on is that they are stealing the taxpayer's dollar. And the victim is the United States citizen. Crazy work. So let me know in the comments, should they be deported? Let me see the votes is at. So we got 94% voting yes, they should get deported, and 6% says no, they shouldn't.
Companies are intertwined. This is a perfect example of that. And this is why these transportation companies are so essential to the fraud in Minnesota, because they allow the fraud to be supported, as the majority of the fraud is from welfare programs like daycares, autism centers.
God damn, that's a lot of scamming going on. Adult daycare service, intensive residential treatment, integrated community, peer recovery, PCA community first, adult. Man, they scamming out the band though.
There's adult daycares and healthcare services.
Oh, these Somalis are even taking bread from autism. They are soulless. How are they able to take away money from autism and still sleep at night?
They need to leave a paper trail to make it look like something is happening. Therefore, they use these transportation companies to create that paper trail by saying they are moving people from an adult daycare to a healthcare provider, for example, but they actually never provide the service at the healthcare provider. But that paper trail allows them to continue to bill the state for the money, and everyone gets paid. That's why this fraud is so deep and hard to dismantle, because quite literally everyone is involved.
And it's all because the state of Minnesota never checks.
All right, so this is actually the location for Silver Mountain, Inc., LLC, and Co. Let's see if any... Yes, we're wondering where Silver Mountain...
Silver Mountain?
Silver Mountain.
Oh, I don't know that. Where it is.
It says 2722 Park Avenue.
Where
is Silver Mountain here?
Silver Mountain. You don't have a permission to do that.
Okay, so Silver Mountain does not exist.
The name's not Silver Mountain. It's just Silver Mountain.
Don't ask me that. When you come.
All right,
so
sir. Well, so Silver Mountain does not exist.
You're making a business.
Park
You have
Avenue.
millions of people watching you.
Silver
You're making
Mountain.
business to
Okay,
600
sir.
people.
You have millions of people watching right
Yes.
now. Where is Silver Mountain?
I don't know
Home
where
Healthcare?
Silver Mountain is.
Okay, well, that's what we're looking for. All right, we're moving on.
This Somali scammer's never even heard of Silver Mountain. And what I'm also trying to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is why did the people that told these Somalis to scam, how come they didn't inform them? Yo, when somebody comes up to your business and they ask you about what is the name of the company, say this is the name. They didn't bother to care to inform them of a proper rated scam. It just shows that they've been scamming for years, ladies and gentlemen, and they be getting away with it. So here's my next question. The money's been transferred through the airport. Who paid TSA to allow those millions of dollars to go through the airport?
So Silver Mountain does not exist. David, we're just simply asking for where is Silver Mountain Home
I can't
Healthcare?
find any of these companies. I mean, this is shocking. 3 companies are supposed to be in that building, and he's never heard of them. He doesn't know anything about them.
And look, so they don't exist there. Right there, Somali Senior Center and Adult Day Services.
Damn, these Somalis are taking over Minnesota. How many Somali scams is going on?
Daycare right there. All of these welfare companies are in the same location, but their businesses, that business didn't even exist.
It's all fraud, all of it.
So right there is a transportation company, no passenger, just a driver. How come you think when it comes time to take accountability for what's happening, or just to answer simple questions about the fraud, they can't answer?
Well, I think their reaction tells you all you need to know. That the reaction is so violent that if there was no fraud going on, they would say, what are you talking about? They would have a civil conversation.
Absolutely. You know, hit dogs holler. Somebody's coming to me with some allegations. Of course, I would give them the eyebrow raise, but if it's not true and I can show documentation, why not show it? Why would I embarrass myself yelling, doing all that rah-rah on the street, putting myself in harm's way to attack a YouTuber when I could just show the documentation and all those allegations will be put to rest? But they want to talk about the paperwork was stolen.
One of the daycare centers are saying, hey, you know, we don't have the paperwork anymore. Take a listen.
Unfortunately, we saw that there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out.
But they can't because they know we're shining the light on the fraud and they have no defense. So in their mind, being loud and using profanity is their only defense.
Because I'm trying to give them the opportunity to say, where are the transportation companies? Where are the daycare? Where are the children? Where are the companies now? Yet they can't answer.
And to this point, Nick, the transportation companies we've been to, we haven't seen a single vehicle at any of them. In fact, some don't even exist. We can't even find them. We're going to the addresses that are listed on this
Office of Minnesota Secretary of State. So they're pulling up to these locations, talking about Safari Transportation Service, talking about Scam Mountain. They're pulling up underneath the Secretary of State. These same establishments that have receiving millions amount of billions of dollars, but yet in reality, they don't even know what they're talking about. They never heard of these names underneath the Secretary of State. And that's why I don't understand, ladies and gentlemen, how come the higher-ups, the people that told the Somalis to scam, how come they did not inform them? If somebody pulls up to your business, tell them we are Safari Transportation Service. Simple as that. They didn't even bother to tell them. Sloppy work.
Secretary of State's website as their business address.
This is a massive parking lot here. We're gonna go ask them where their vehicles are. They should not have any excuse as to why they don't have their vehicles here, other than if they are out driving right now. And what's the story behind this business?
Well, this business is new as of March of 2024. It's Muhammad Malim is the registered agent.
Muhammad scammer. Talk about Muhammad. Man, this guy is scamming out the bando. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know once again, should these scammers, should they be deported or should the judicial system give them the consequence in the United States? I think they should stay and get prosecuted within the United States, because if they go get deported, what is the consequence? The true victim here, the person that got the true shedding of the stick, is the American taxpayer. These Somalis, if they get deported, how are they receiving any punishment?
For 713 Minnehaha Avenue East.
Me and David headed into this building, however, the owner was not there. We're here at the suite of Epimonnia Transport LLC. There's actually not even a sign here.
How are you running a business LLC and it's not a sign in your place of business? Super sketchy.
And anyone here, it looks like there's a guy over here. Let's see if we can talk to him really quick. Do you know about Epimonnia Transport here?
So there was a transportation company here in 305 for a long time, even before I joined the building a few years ago. He's never really here. I've seen the office a couple times. There's barely anything in there but a couch. And then I see him maybe twice a month at IF. So.
And there's no transport vehicles outside. Massive parking lot, but no transport.
I've never seen one. I've been here for 3 years and I'm always here. I'm a workaholic. I'm just nonstop here. So I know everybody in the building, and this specific space here is probably the most sketchy out of any other business here. Everyone else is here. They're friendlier. He just pops in and out.
And for instance, this guy Muhammad, he should have his business in 308. There should be transportation vehicles outside. There's nothing.
That's weird that you say 308 because he's always been in 305 for the last 3 years.
Wow, so he's even lying on his public records with the guy.
This man Muhammad is the only smart Somali thus far that I've witnessed through this scam, because everybody else is just folding like lawn chairs. Talking about Safari Transportation Service. We never even heard of that. We are a money scam. We don't know what you're talking about, YT man. Ladies and gentlemen, there's some crazy work. All this scam to start the year. I mean, I found out recently, but this has been going on for over 2 decades. So much so that Tim Walz has to resign as governor of Minnesota. That's some crazy work.
Are just walking off thinking it's okay Tuesday, and they want to go visit the Trump. They want to blame the Trump administration. We have Democrats blaming ICE. I'm tired. My people are suffering. I'm scared for my little brother. My people are suffering, and these people just walk off. We have a governor who fucking doesn't care. How many more people are gonna freaking die? How many more people are gonna go homeless?
I would assume if he was to make and doing fraud, it makes sense to switch it up and throw people off track. It would be the first thing somebody would do, I would think.
So since the fraud has started to be exposed, Muhammad has left the scene, and that guy just said, he confirmed that there has never even been transportation vehicles outside. So Muhammad has completely left the scene. He's nowhere to be found, and
Muhammad has left the scene. Muhammad, we're not surprised that you left the scene. I think that's best. Even though you scammed the taxpayer United States money, why would you stay? And all Somalis who are scamming, this is not about a religion. It's not about a race thing. It's about you scamming the American taxpayer's dollar. That's what it's about. So stop trying to guilt trip, stop trying to manipulate, and stop trying to gaslight, talking about it's an attack on Muslims. Stop the cap.
this parking lot, massive parking lot, actually never even had any transport vehicles, according to the guy who lived or had his office next to Muhammad. How quick do you think the fraud would dry out here in Minnesota if they were to cut out the transportation side of the fraud?
I think it would have a massive effect, and that the signal that would send would let people know the party's over.
Because if me and you were to go to the doctor, we either have to find a family member, drive ourselves, or pay for an Uber. How come they even have this set up?
Yeah, I tried to arrange a ride with one of these Somali transportation companies. They said they were all full. So now we're at.
Gentleman to the right named David, he said he tried to request a ride from the Somali's transportation company, and the response was they're all full. How they're all full and you don't have a single client in the car? So they don't care at this point. They're just scamming. Somebody calls them for their services and they talking about they're all full. What?
What?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
2833 13th Avenue South in Minneapolis. And there's supposed to be a non-emergency medical transportation company here called Advanced Mobility Incorporated.
More like advanced, no, pre-K scam, because you can't get the spelling on the building right. Talking about Quality Learning Center with the letter N missing in learning.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Like, imagine scamming. Somebody pulls up to the daycare and they look up and they see Quality Learning Center and there's no letter N in learning. Like, what?
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
What's interesting about this company is that state records show that it first registered with the state of Minnesota in 1999.
And they have been in business for over.
Damn, they've been scamming since 1999. Some of the viewers that's watching this video was even born.
26 years.
Yes, correct.
So we're gonna go inside.
They must have a lot of vehicles.
So this is Advanced Mobility 2833, boarded up. All these windows.
Why do all these Somali scams, all these establishments that they're supposed to run look like a trap house? Why is the windows covered by planks of wood? Like, y'all supposed to be running a business, not a trap house.
our cupboard right here. We're gonna see if we can go inside. There's a bunch of shops in here. We have money transferring shop. We got clothes in here. There's a coffee shop. Let's see if Advanced Mobility is in here. We got spices. Is Advanced Mobility here?
You know 224?
I don't think you guys are allowed to record it.
Do you know where Advanced Mobility is?
Suite 224.
She's recording over there, so. Suite 224. Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is? Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is?
Advanced Mobility?
Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
Yeah, you never heard of it because they did not inform you what the name of underneath the Secretary of State is called Advanced Mobility. But what I'm trying to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is how come the higher ups, the people that's in the office of the government, how come they did not inform these Somalis? If somebody pulls up to your place of business, this trap house, this scam trap house, inform them it is called Advanced Mobility. At least you don't have to know the numbers or the paperwork. Let the higher ups deal with that. But they didn't even care enough to inform them of the scam that's going on. That's some crazy work. Meanwhile, they're running a trap house scam with their open-toe thong sandals, toes exposed, talking about, I never heard of it.
My name is Nick Shirley. We're just looking for Advanced Mobility. Where's Advanced Mobility at?
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
That's what we're asking for. All right, we're looking for Advanced Mobility. Nobody can help us right now. We got a whole group of people trying to get us out of here. We're looking for Advanced Mobility. Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out. You need to get out. You need to get out. Get out.
Now they're pushing us out of here. Where's Advanced Mobility at?
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
That's what we're asking for.
Get out. Get out.
Would you like to give a statement on where Advanced Mobility is?
Nope. Go ahead. Get out. We don't care.
So Advanced Mobility is not anywhere here. We're leaving, sir. Would you like to give a statement on what's happening here in Minnesota?
You make stuff up. This is a lie. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No, who do you work for?
Nick Shirley.
Who do you work
This
for?
is Nick Shirley, sir.
I don't care about Nick Shirley. That's you.
Yes, sir.
But who do you work for?
For Nick Shirley.
I don't care about Nick Shirley.
That's who he's working for today, Nick Shirley.
This is from the
We
state
don't
of
care. We
Minnesota.
don't care about that. Get out of here. Stop here.
And see, you guys say I can't film, but look at you guys filming. You can do that. You can film here. Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Well, so what was interesting was we walked in there, and on the state's website, it says it's in Suite 224, but it's a one-story building. None of the suites had the number 2 on them.
Yeah, at this point, they don't care. How you going to talk about it's in Suite 224, but it's a one-story building? Yeah, they don't care. They're trapping, and it's sloppy work. You're putting the scam underneath a 2-story building, but it's a 1-story building?
It doesn't exist. And it's been registered since 1999, and it doesn't exist.
All right, next location. David, where are we at?
We're at what's called Ray's, R-A-Y-Z Transportation, LLC.
And this is Ray's Transportation. We're on a street. There's no parking lot for any transportation vehicles.
Pulls up to Ray's Transportation. Pulls up to Ray's Transportation, and it's not even a parking lot for the vehicles, but they're supposed to be a transportation service. Tell me how that makes sense.
See what happens? This is the address for Ray's Transportation. See if anybody is here. Is Ray's Transportation here, sir?
I don't know. Transportation place. There's no transportation places here.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's just Ray's.
Healthcare places.
R-A-Y-Z.
Well, I think it's confirmed they're not here, David. So it's confirmed that Ray Transportation, all of these transportation companies, they're kind of like ghost companies. They exist on paper, but they don't actually exist in person.
They're on paper, but they actually don't exist. So every time these two journalists put themselves in harm's way, going on foot, going to these locations that's underneath the Secretary of State of Minnesota, it is the complete opposite in real life. Talking about Ray's Transportation Service, not even a parking lot for the vehicles.
How much I'ma spend profiling?
That's some crazy work, ladies and gentlemen.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
And what's your message to Tim Walz?
Make a change. make a change, because there's definitely, even when it comes down to like the kids and stuff, there's definitely stuff that like we need spaces for the things that are going on that they're not doing. We need these type of spaces for it. Now this is some crazy stuff, but I'm glad that you bring a light to it. It is a crazy, interesting situation.
Hey, the false narrative that you be going on is a nonsense.
You should get in your car.
You should not be doing that, right? You are creating misinformation. This is not fair. It's not fair for the American people to be doing that. It's not fair.
It's not fair for the American people to do what? To expose what's going on in Minnesota? Talking about it's not fair for the American people to do that. No, you know what's not fair? That you're scamming the taxpayers' money. That's what's not fair. Imagine being this individual that's on the screen pointing a finger. What did this journalist do? He exposed the fraud. So you're mad that you got exposed. Stop the cap.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
It's not fair what you mean. You cannot be doing that. You're not being fair.
How?
This country is built on fairness. You're not being fair. You cannot come into the community and be doing that.
So we shouldn't.
You cannot be coming in the community and be doing that.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
You cannot be coming in the community and be doing that.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
The false narrative that you be going on is a nonsense.
You should get in your car.
You should not be doing that, right? You are creating misinformation. This is not fair. It's not fair for the American.
So recording live footage is putting out false information. What? What is this man talking about?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Bro, I'm out, man.
To be doing that. It's not fair. It's not fair what you mean. You cannot be doing that. You're not being fair.
I gave it all.
This country is built on fairness. You're not being fair. You cannot come into the community and be doing that.
So we shouldn't allow fraud to be happening, right?
You cannot be coming in the community and be doing that. What is this Somali talking about? You cannot be coming in the community and be exposing the fraud that's been going on in Minnesota. You cannot be going in the community and be doing that. You cannot. That part has me weak, man. You cannot be coming in the community and be exposing the fraud that's going on in Minnesota. This is my trap house. This is my scam trap house.
Doing that. You're not being fair.
How?
This country is built on fairness. You're not being fair. You cannot come into the community and be doing that.
So we shouldn't allow fraud to be happening, right?
Let the legal system do its job.
Well, it's failed.
We got a governor. We got an attorney general. Let them do the job. You're not in a position to do the job.
Absolutely. He said, let the people that's higher up do their job. Nick Shirley responded saying they failed. Yeah, they failed because Tim Walz was your governor and he resigned. He was the ringleader. It's a pyramid scheme. How you gonna let the higher ups control the situation when the higher ups are the one that's corrupt?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
You're not a prosecutor. If you want to run for office, go ahead, run for office. But you cannot be doing this. This is misinformation. This is defamation.
How is it misinformation, sir? It's from
This is what you're doing.
This is misinformation. This is defamation. How is it defamation? Hilarious.
You're coming Minnesota. You're coming everywhere. Where you coming from?
Man said you coming everywhere. Where you coming from?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
You coming everywhere. Where you coming from? What you mean you coming everywhere?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
The false narrative that you be going on is a nonsense.
You should get in your car.
You should not be doing that, right? You are creating misinformation. This is not fair. It's not fair for the American people to be doing that. It's not fair. It's not fair what you mean. You cannot be doing that. You're not being fair.
How?
This country is built on fairness. You're not being fair. You cannot come into the community and be doing that.
So we shouldn't allow fraud to be happening, right?
Let the legal system do its job.
Well, it's failed.
We got a governor. We got an attorney general. Let them do the job. You're not in a position to do the job. You're not a prosecutor. If you want to run for office, go ahead, run for office. But you cannot be doing this. This is misinformation. This is defamation.
How?
This is misinformation. This is defamation.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
How is this misinformation and he's recording live footage? So I'm just trying to understand. He's mad because he's recording what's actually going on.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
No, you're mad because your fraud is getting exposed and your ringleader resigned from office.
That was a misinformation, sir. It's from the
This is what you're doing.
state
You're
of
coming
Minnesota.
You're coming everywhere. Where you coming from?
You're coming everywhere. Where you coming from? You're coming everywhere. What you mean you're coming everywhere? The man's going to scam after scam underneath the Secretary of State of Minnesota, but in reality, he's pulling up to mailboxes. Imagine scamming so much you pull up to a mailbox, but it's actually called Safari Transportation Service.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
You see what I mean? We're talking about the facts that's happening here.
It's Southside. It's my turf. Get it.
Sir, so you...
Wow, these Somalis talking about this South Side, this my turf. What? This is South Side. So Minnesota, what's your response to this? You got Somalis talking about this is their turf. This is South Side. And the brother to the left, he looks shook. He can't even speak.
We were just having a civil conversation. That guy hopped out of his car in the middle of the road. In the middle of the road about the fraud that's happening. And he's saying that I'm the bad guy for showing light of what's happening here.
They're passionate. They're passionate people. They don't want this type of stuff either going on or be brought to light.
So he knows these Somalis are scamming, and his response is they're passionate people. Passionate about scamming. That's what they're passionate about. We talking about they're passionate people. What you really want to say is that you're scared for your life.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
The gentleman to the right, Nick Shirley, he has security. When the cameras pulls off, the man to the left, the brother, he doesn't have security. So he's playing politics because he, at the end of the day, once again, does not have security to walk with him like Nick Shirley does. He resides in Minnesota. So he has to be very careful what he says because he's scared for his life.
So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna come. It's a very tight knit community.
You saw it firsthand how crazy it gets out here. He hopped out in the middle of the intersection. So this isn't about race. You're a black guy. They're black, right? We don't have no ill feelings towards you by any means. We're talking about the fraud that's happening. So God bless you, sir, and thank you very much. Why are we doing this?
So we're doing this, A, because it's the right thing to do. The people of Minnesota and the people of America want this done. Fraud is fraud. And when we try and talk with these people and say, look, the main reason we're doing this is to find out why are all these checks being written by the state of Minnesota for companies that don't even exist. That's what we're trying to figure out. It's not a race issue, it's a fraud issue, and fraud is fraud.
And so what most people don't understand about this fraud is it is literally in the entire state of Minnesota. It's not just in one part of Minneapolis.
Right, and so I think what happens is the people in the suburbs of Minneapolis and St. Paul, they get lulled into a false sense of security because they say, oh, that's in Minneapolis, it doesn't affect us, or that's in St. Paul. And we're showing that this fraud spreads throughout the entire state of Minnesota, including all of the suburbs. And we're going to bring to light exactly what's going on in those respective suburbs.
And so what's happening in this suburb of St. Louis Park?
Well, this is one of the Somali NEMT, non-emergency medical transportation companies that's registered with the state of Minnesota in St. Louis Park. And so let's see if this one actually exists.
This is the location of Crescent Transportation. We have no vans.
None of these companies that's listed underneath the Secretary of State exists, but yet they're receiving millions of billions of dollars, and the victim is the American taxpayer.
Outside right now, does not look like any vans are outside. Let's go inside, see if Crescent Transportation exists. Here we are, and it's an apartment complex. There's no signage of any Crescent Transportation Company. Once again, another fraudulent business where they don't even have a storefront to show where they're at. This is an apartment complex. So this is an apartment complex right here?
Yeah.
And have you ever seen Crescent Transportation out here?
Nope.
And what do you think about the fraud taking place here in Minnesota?
Huh? I'm a taxpayer. I don't like it.
What's your message to all the fraudsters?
Huh? Prosecute their ass. Take them to jail.
And how do you feel knowing that, for instance, right here, a transportation company that receives money from the government is not even here? It's the apartment complex.
I just said, I don't like it. I'm a taxpayer. I work hard for my money. People out here fraud, they still go to jail.
And should Tim Walz go to jail?
Oh, he cricket too, huh? All them cricket, all the politicians. My
All the politicians crooked, man. Crazy work. Ladies and gentlemen, happy MLK Day. Regardless of how you feel about the holiday, if you had a day off from work, hey man, it is what it is. Let me know your take on the situation. Let me go to the poll. We got 96% voting yes, they should get deported, and 4% votes are no. I want to thank y'all so much for making it to this point of the video. Do me a favor, double tap the screen to like the live if you are in the building. Also, consider subscribing to this platform so you will be notified when I do go live. And I do appreciate your time.
Yeah, they never like no.
So that man right there just confirmed that this is an apartment complex.
Right, and so the cities have specific rules governing operating businesses out of apartments. They do not allow transportation companies to park vehicles in an.
So they're talking about they're running a scam. They pull up to an apartment building, and the apartment building does not allow transportation vehicles in the parking lot. So these higher ups, these Somalis, are not even crossing their T's and dotting their I's to go over the scam to make sure they're legit. It's just all sloppy work.
Apartment parking lot. None of the cities in the Twin Cities allow that.
Because even if you were to be running a transportation company out of your apartment, there's nowhere to park the cars.
Well, where are they? There aren't any. Crescent, I don't see anything with Crescent on it anywhere.
More fraud taking place here.
So this is.
There is plenty that will come to you that will try to destroy your needs and things that there's repercussions, the consequences, can't you see? I'm not even trying to speak badly, I'm just telling you that you won't be free if you thinking, if you looking at me, trying to sly and spite me and hurt me and bite me. Look, I'm the one that's gonna just make sure that I'm fighting, because I'm the lion, you're the gazelle, and I'm just searching for my prey, because everything that your words just went straight to hell. And they went straight to hell. Look, I broke every curse and every weapon. Everything that was formed against me, they can't touch me. I'm just truly in a place of where I am sleeping in peace and purity in God's sanctuary. Because he said, he who finds in the secret place of the Most High, they'll just find God and they'll feel like they can fly. And I just feel like I'm on cloud nine every time. I don't even have to get high. Because God said, look, this is something that I have given to you plenty. You ain't even gotta worry. I don't even care. This is your beautiful story, and you're writing it so completely that God is gonna have not to worry. You don't even gotta worry about anything. Move. Work. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time, boom. One hop this time, boom. Right foot, let's start. Out. Left foot, let's start. Boom. Charlie Brown. Boom, 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 boom. Because I ain't doing that. Order.
Because I ain't in love with the game. Y'all don't respect the game. That's why y'all never beat